Hi. We've got a big homemade box here that we need to open. It's not opening up easy. So, opened up the new guitar, new to me guitar. This is an Ovation Ultra Deluxe Elite 1578, and then some of my research suggests that it might have had a dash 4BC. The 4, I'm not sure what that really stands for. The BC stands for bear claw. It's a bear claw spruce top, and evidently that was a key point in this particular version of the model. My research says this was only made in the year of 2008. On the label it says it was designed in the US. It was made in Korea. It was assembled in the US and final inspection and things in the US. Mid bowl, so a little deeper than my two shallow bowl Ovations. This has what they call their OP Pro series preamp. Quite different in that there's a little button to push, it pops up. This whole thing comes out as a cartridge. The battery is encased in this little lower portion with a sliding door. Kind of drops down in there and then locks into place with a click. Has a 3-band EQ, gain knob. It has a pre-EQ shape button. It also has a built-in tuner that works pretty nicely. My only Ovation with a built-in tuner. This is the newest Ovation I have. The typical Lyricord or Lyricord back and sides, if you will. Access port here, or portal. And I did have to open that up to get inside to adjust the truss rod. I gave it about 2/3 of a turn. It had more relief than I like in it. It was okay, but it had more relief than what I like. It has Ovation branded tuning machines with pearloid type buttons. I love the looks of that, and I do like not having gold buttons on there, because my chemistry tends to not do well with gold, so this will help to preserve the looks of that longer. Rosewood bridge, rosewood fretboard that is bound. It has, and I'll include some close-up pictures, it has little abalone inlays for dot markers. Has the epaulets with the multi-hole sound hole configuration instead of the large sound hole. A little bit different neck design on the Elite than what I am used to seeing on the US made ones. Mahogany, looks like a one-piece mahogany neck. Very nicely done. Has the little accent portion at the top of the headstock, not painted to accent that. And let me get set up and we'll do a little quick sound demo. First, we're going to do just my basic condenser mic, natural acoustic sound. The electronics are not engaged at this point. Now we're going to plug in the electronics. Be right back. We have the preamp engaged. The 3-band EQ and everything is bypassed. This is just without any tone shaping. This is just the basic preamp. Now we're going to engage the 3-band EQ. Right now it's set flat. And now I am going to add just a little bit in treble, about halfway up. I'm going to drop the mids just a little bit and add just a little bit of bass, about halfway up. Now we're going to add the mids a little bit higher, drop the treble a little bit, and drop the bass back down to the midline. So we're going to subtract just a little bit of treble, add just a little bit of mids. And now I'm going to set the controls back at the midpoint. The gain knob is up about 3/4 of the way. No, 2/3 of the way. Sorry, about 2/3 of the way up. Let's see here. Now, just on a strap, I'm going to start with the shaping disengaged. So this is just the standard. Volume or gain is still about 2/3 of the way up. Engaging the 3-band EQ now, I think. There we go. Now I'm going to just bump up the bass just a hair, drop the mids just a hair, treble up just a hair, not much. I'm going to take or disengage that 3-band EQ, and then I'm going to engage it. So just to give a little bit more back-to-back demo of what that does. The Ovation OP or OP Pro preamp system. I don't really see a number, but I will put a close-up pictures. Those will all be included in the playing demos portions, overlaying that. This is a new to me guitar. It was shipped out of California. The person selling it said it belonged to his brother, suffering some health problems, and he had bought it, I believe, new. The guitar is spotless. It was advertised as being mint, and I think, like most people, question that, quite honestly. This guitar was mint. It looks like it had never been played. The person that sold it said there was not a battery in it. He had put a battery in it before he shipped it to me. I had to do a little bit of research to figure out exactly what it was. The seller thought it might have been one of the top of the line Ovations, and probably because of the name Ultra Deluxe in the model name. This number only appears in 1 year that I can find through many different iterations of my search parameters. I found a list of different models and the basic characteristics. Everything about this appears correct, but it was only listed in the year 2008. The label inside, as I mentioned, says designed in the US, made in Korea, assembled in Hartford, Connecticut. So kind of like the final assembly, probably set up, that type of thing was done in Hartford, Connecticut. My guess is that the electronics were put in there, probably, maybe strung up, set up, things like that. The rest of it was probably from South Korea. Gorgeous guitar. It definitely sounds different. I'm going to do a shootout between this one and my other Elite, which is a shallow bowl with different electronics. They both have solid spruce tops. This woodwork was done overseas in Korea. The other woodwork was done here in the US in 1992. So quite a while before this one. It definitely is played more. But nice guitar. I think maybe Ovation they might have been making these shells and sending them to the factory that they were using in South Korea at that time. I don't know. I don't know the answer to it. This has neck binding. I'm not a big fan of binding on the neck, but this doesn't bother me. There's no ridges or any ledges or anything like that that affect the playing. So that, to me, that's acceptable on this guitar. But it'll be interesting to hear, for me, to hear the difference, because I haven't yet, between this and my Elite, which I did give to my youngest son. He brought it back so that I could do some comparisons and things like that. So I'm going to record those videos a little bit later, share them, down the line as time goes on. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I was shocked when I found this guitar because I had been missing my Elite, and I don't want to keep borrowing it back from my son, so I grabbed this one. And this is a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but if indeed it was mint, which this is literally, this is brand new. It's like new old stock. It's definitely a closet queen. I think it lived in its case since it was purchased. I really do. I don't think it was ever played. I'm very happy with the purchase I made, but thank you for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe. There's a bell down over there so that you could be notified the next time I post a video. Most of my stuff is based around the Native American style flute. Guitars were the first main instrument that I played, and so today I use the guitars as kind of the backdrop, with the flute kind of taking the spotlight or melody line. In most cases, most of my music is instrumental, and so they kind of do the melody line, melody shaping, storytelling, with other instruments maybe playing a role, or the flutes by themselves. I want to thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.